In this video, we're going to talk about depreciation and how to compute or how to solve depreciation problems with the TI-Nspire. Okay, so let me just make sure I've got the Nspire up. Yep, there it is. And just want to say thanks to Revision Village. I'm using this example problem. I hope it's okay. I'm assuming it is. But essentially, depreciation is what happens or how do we quantify the value of an asset over time when it's losing value, right? So appreciation with an A means, something goes up in value. Depreciation means it decreases, okay? So this question is saying, okay, Hannah buys a car for US $24,900. The value of the car depreciates by 16% every year. Find the value of the car after 10 years. Okay, so there's two ways that we're going to be able to do this. Okay, so for one is just thinking in terms of our future value and present value formula. So we could say, well, if we bought the car for $24,900, right, and it depreciates by 16%. Okay, so we could think of that as that's 1 minus 0.16, and I believe it's yearly, right? Yeah, each year. So if we take 1 and we subtract the 0.16, that's the same as 0.84, okay? And this is the way I sort of think about it. If something is depreciating by 16% each year, well, it's retaining 84% of its value, right? But this number is going to be less than 1 because it's going to lose value. So it retains 84% of its value every year. How much is it worth after 10 years? Well, all we have to do now is raise this to the 10th power, and we get 4355.04. If we were doing, 3 sig figs, we would say 4360, right? This 5 would round to 4360, okay? So that's one way to do it. Let's do it using the finance solver. Okay, so same setup. Buy a car for $24,900. It depreciates by 16% a year, and we want to know what's it worth after 10 years. So I'm going to go to Menu, select Finance, and go into Finance Solver. Okay, and actually now you can already see I've got this stuff in. Sorry. So let's go through this again, right? And let me just tab through. Okay, so N is 10. We're looking at a 10-year period. Now, here's the thing. The interest rate, right? The interest rate is actually negative 16. Okay, so we're going to depreciate it by negative 16% a year, right? And we use we don't make that a decimal. We use a percentage. So negative 16. Present value. Well, we paid $24,900 for it. Okay. There's no other payment. We want the future value. This is 16% depreciation compounded every year, so this should all be good. And if we just push enter, hey, there we go, we get the same thing, 4355.04. I believe that's the same as what we got here. Yeah, 4355.04. Okay, so that's another way to do it. 10 years, negative 16%. So in this case, the negative tells the solver that you're decreasing the value by 16% a year. The present value is still negative because we put in, right, we're paying that amount, and this is what we will get back. So, we're losing a lot of value here over a 10-year period. And if we just check the mark scheme here, there you go. 4360 is their answer. Okay? Yeah, let's do this one also. Okay, so similar, buys a car for $12,000. The car depreciates by a fixed amount each year. After 6 years, it is worth $6,200. Find the annual rate of depreciation of the car. So this is a little bit trickier because we know that it's a fixed amount every year. So if we go from $12,000 down to $6,200, this is arithmetic, right? This is an arithmetic sequence because we have, let me get out of here, 12,000 and we're subtracting some amount, we don't know what. So x times 6, and at the end, that's worth 6,200. Okay? So the way we'll solve this in the finance solver is to say, okay, well, now we have a 6-year period, right? We want the interest rate. This is the thing that's weird. We don't know, right? That's what they're asking. What's the annual rate of depreciation of the car? So we paid, or sorry, Patrick paid $12,000 for it. So I'll put negative $12,000 in there. Now here's the thing. The payment, right? The payment is still going to be 0, but the future value is 6,200. Okay, so we started with 12,000. After 6 years, it was worth 6,200, and then we want to find the rate. Okay, so if I just tab through this payment, that's right. So we'll go here. We will solve, and we will see that it's giving us a negative 10.42% interest. So if we look at the mark scheme again, here you go. All right, the rate is 10.4. There's a formula for this also, where it's very similar to what we did before. 6,200 is our final amount. 12,000 is our starting amount, and then again they're starting with 1 as a placeholder, and we're subtracting some fixed rate over 100. That's to convert it to a decimal, and our time period is 6 years. Okay, so if we're going to go to 3 sig figs, we would say this thing depreciates by 10.4% per year. There you go. So hope that video was useful, and I will see you soon on another video.